Hello, welcome to this lesson on strings in depth. My name is Laxman Mentali. Strings are a vital part of any programming language. In that, strings are immutable sequences of characters. This tutorial will cover the basics of strings and provide examples of how to use them. So let's first start by creating a string. So there are several ways to create strings in that. The easiest way is to use single or double quotes. So let's first declare our main function. So we can start by saying string str1 is equals to, so this is the name of the variable, and we can just say this is a string, this is a string. So this one, let me just say this string is using double quotes. It's like this, double quotes like this. And we can also declare another string that's using string2. It's using a single quote, so we can just say this string is using single quotes like this. So you can declare a string using double quotes, or you can declare a string using single quotes. So there's another special thing about strings, like how it is when strings are mostly text, I would say. So sometimes you would want to maybe like type, I would say, a sentence that has a special character. So for example, let's just say string, so I'll call this one sentence is equals to, I can say um, something with a special character. I would say maybe, let's just say maybe I want to highlight the letter A. So I'll just say maybe like this. Maybe I want to show that their A is like in double quotes or something. So as you can see here, it's complaining, and if you hover on top of it, it will tell you that it's expecting something. So this, just the red line, it shows that it's it's um, it's an error. So for us to make sure that we use the two single quotes so that they can show with the letter A or with the character A, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to use what we call escape. So when you need to use special characters inside a string, you will need to escape them. So this is done by prefixing the character with a backslash like this. So just use the backslash. So here, as you can see, this one, we have escaped this one. So we need also to escape the other one. So what we need to add another backslash like this. As you can see here now, the error has gone. So here, if we try to print the value of sentence, so here like this, and we run this, and we make sure that the terminal is showing. So as you can see, this A, or so you can just say maybe this is A. So we can run it again, like this. So this is A with two single quotes like this. So for us to use those single quotes, we have to make sure that we use this special character to escape, to make sure that this is allowed, or this is considered as a character as well in this string. That's what it is. There are other amazing things that you can do with strings. There's what we call concatenation. So concatenation is joining two or more strings together using the plus operator. So for example, let's just delete everything here so that we can have something clear. So let's just say we declare a string. So let's just say str1 is equals to, we can just say maybe hello. So this one will just have hello. And we have another one called the string str2. And we can just say here, we can just say maybe world like this. So if we want, we can join these two strings. We can maybe like assign them into maybe like just say maybe declare a variable called together. So together is equals to, So we just say str1, and we can add using the add operator with str2. So what's happening here is we are joining these two strings. So if we print the value of together, you notice that it will be hello and world. So if we run this, it will print hello and world. And as you can see here, there's no space in between hello and world. So you can add space here. And when you run this again, it's gonna print hello world with space. So the reason why it's now printing with space is because one thing that you have to know with a string, everything inside a string is considered as a character. So even space is a character. This O is a character, L is a character, another L again is a character, E is a character, H is a character. So all these are characters in a sequential format, as you can see here. So you can actually even find out how many characters are in a string by just using a special method. Since this is a string data type, since this is a string data type variable, so meaning that all the special manipulation that you can that are available for strings, they are also available for this variable. So what it means is that whatever methods are there to manipulate a strings, they are available for you to use when you declare a string. So for you to access those methods, you just use the full stop, this one, just in front of the variable full stop. Then you have a list of different types of methods that you can utilize as a developer. So here we're trying to find out how many characters are in this string. So for us to do that, once we just do the full stop, as you can see here, there's this word saying length. So if you run this, you notice that excuse me, you notice that it's gonna print an integer like 11 here, as you can see. So if you count all the characters in here, they're gonna amount to 11. So you can just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if you remove the space, it's gonna go down. It's going to be 10 now, because we don't have space in there. So if we add space just like that, so we can also do the same thing with str1. So we can just say str1, then length, then automatically you're going to have 5, because there are 5 characters here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we add space, it's gonna be 6 now, like 6, like this. So everything in here is considered to be a character. So you can also access just a single character in this string by using these square brackets like this and passing the position number or the index number where the letter is. So when it comes to the index number, the number starts from 0. So H is on position 0, E is on position 1, L 2, 3, just like that. So if we want to print out H, we just pass in 0 because H is on position 0. So if we run this, it's going to print H, as you can see here. So these are characters in a sequential format. The computer doesn't know that this is a hello world. All it knows is that this is a sequential of different characters. It's a sequence, sorry, of different characters. Yeah. Excuse me. So apart from this, there is another special ways I would say that you guys can use to manipulate strings. It's called interpolation. I don't know whether I pronounced it correctly, but it's called string interpolation. So string interpolation allows you to insert variables and expressions into a string. So for example, let's just say we have this amazing string called name. Just say maybe my name or something. So we can just maybe like type my name. So Laxon Montali. So here, so this is a string that we have. It's called name. We've declared a variable. And now we want to, let's just say maybe we want to greet Laxon. And I want to make sure that even Laxon there is added to the greeting. So what we can do actually, let's just say we want to print something like a greeting. So just say maybe string, of course, good morning. So you can just say good morning. Then we pass in the name, which is the variable here that we want to pass in. So interpolation uses the dollar sign, this one, as you can see here. So we just use the dollar sign and use the name like this. But if we don't add the dollar sign, the name will be treated as one of the characters in this string. So for us to make sure that that recognize this or treat it as a variable, we have to make sure that we add the dollar sign in front of name like this. And we make sure that we end the statement with the semicolon there. So if we run this, you notice that it's going to say good morning, Lakson Montali. Instead of us doing the concatenation where we have maybe like a greeting like this, you know, let's say good morning, say maybe like good morning, then maybe you want to add them or something. Let's just say maybe you want to add them together. So just say maybe greeting and plus name. So as you can see, this one doesn't look really look nice, but it still works, I would say. So if you run this, it's gonna say good morning, though there won't be any space. We have to add it here. You get the point. So that at least, oh, sorry about that. So you have to add it here so that there's a space between this string and this string. So if you run this, that's when maybe like it to have space there. So instead of you going through all this or concatenating strings, you can just use string interpolation so that it's easy and it looks nice. As you can see here, it looks nice. So if you run this, it's gonna give you that. Yeah. So this lesson provided an overview of strings. In that, you learned how to create strings, escape special characters, concatenate strings, and use string interpolation. So with this knowledge, you should be able to use strings in your DAT programs. Thank you for watching.